Deborah Sadler, and I am the author of the trilogy Words of the Temple, A New Humanity, which is a positive cosmic perspective on what's been taking place since 2020. And today I want to talk about Father's Day coming up, and I was reflecting in the middle of the night about how our definition of fatherhood has changed so much in my lifetime. So when I was born way back in 1954, my father was outside of the birthing room. He was not allowed in. He was separated. He was separate. And interestingly enough, at that time, most women had their children when they had taken a drug and were unconscious as well. And my mother decided, as I was the first child, she wanted to see what the experience was like, and so she had me natural childbirth, which was very different at the time. But I'm not here to talk about motherhood. I'm here to talk about fatherhood. A lot of the work of Words of the Temple is about us moving from separation consciousness to unity consciousness. And it's based on an astronomical event called the precession of the equinoxes. It takes the sun 26,000 years to go through all 12 signs of the zodiac. And we have just ended a 26,000 year cycle, and we are beginning a new one. And we are moving from the shadow to the light. We're moving from cruelty to compassion. We're moving from fear to love. We're moving from separation consciousness to unity consciousness. And you can see unity consciousness in our notion today in 2025 of what fatherhood is. Because now fathers are always in the birth room. They wouldn't expect not to be in the birth room. They are there throughout the pregnancy. They attend the classes, as fathers did back in the past as well. But there's no separation. The fathers are there. They're right there at the birth of their baby. And they're not relegated to the box that my father was relegated to, which is he was expected to go to work 5 days a week. Now we have stay-at-home dads. We have all these different versions of fatherhood. In my neighborhood, they walk around with newborn babies in snugglies, and they push baby carriages. And they walk with their young ones, and they coach soccer and Little League and softball, and they're so involved in their children's lives. And so fatherhood, from the time I was born, was very much constrained to a certain box. Fathers went to work, they provided for their families, they were home on the weekends, they taught kids how to do things, they were the rugged ones and the playful ones. But now fathers just get to be whatever they want to be. They could be the chef, they could be the one that cooks at home. That's what happened in my family. I went back to school to get a teaching credential, and my husband had to cook 2 nights a week. And one night the kid said, Dad, you cook better than Mom. And that was a sea change in our family. And so I just want to celebrate the fact that fathers now have such a wide berth to create and co-create a world that works for everyone. And I celebrate every father that is out there who cares for their children and cares for the planet and cares for humanity as a whole, as we open our hearts to accept the fact that fathers are wonderful, caring, loving, instrumental figures in our lives, and grandfathers as well, and those who step in as fathers. Anyway, happy Father's Day. I hope you enjoy the opportunity to cook and clean and do whatever it is that you want. Play with your baby, change a diaper, and just embrace the wide latitude that we now give grace to as fathers. So happy Father's Day.